This is Cameron Chai from azom.com, bringing you another episode of AZO TV. And today I'm speaking to Nigel Glover from Brooks Instrument, and he's going to tell us about their new thermal mass flow controller.
Cameron, thanks for that introduction. In the flow meter world, we can measure flow using something as primitive as a rotometer. Gas goes in through the bottom, out through the top, open a valve to indicate flow. But there's lots more accurate and better ways to measure flow. That would be with a mass flow controller. First one on the list is an industrial mass flow controller. This will measure and control gases. The gas comes in here, goes through a flow sensor, goes through a control valve, and out. This device is very accurate and can handle up high pressures, up to 4,500 psi. And in the industrial world, sometimes you want to mount your mass flow controller outside, so we package it in a NEMA 4X housing, waterproof, explosion-proof, Class 1 Div 2, very substantial device for the industrial world. Want a little less accuracy and a little more economy? The Brooks 4800 series with a local display and a local set point generator is a great way to measure and control gases in a lab. For high accuracies, top of the line, the Brooks GF125 series. This device, flow comes in, there's a pressure sensor in here that tells the pressure of the gas on the inlet. We measure the flow, there's a control valve, we control the flow. The most accurate and most dependable mass flow controller on the market. And today we're featuring the new GF40 series. This device has a feature called a multi-gas feature. While it's operating, you can plug a diagnostic cable in and run the cable to your laptop and change the gas. And it retains very high accuracies when you change the gas. We can change the flow rate also within certain mechanical parameters inside here. We can adjust the flow rate, usually a factor of 3 to 1. So we can calibrate it in our shop for about 120 or 125 different gases, and you in your lab or shop can hook up here and change from one gas to another and retain the accuracy of the device. So that's a summary of the Brooks mass flow controllers, and back to you, Cameron.
So with these mass flow controllers, you can use them to obviously control gases coming into for a particular process. Like you can have it like perhaps as a function of time, you might the gas required might need to taper off, and you can control that through these types of instruments.
Absolutely. As you measure and control a gas, you may want to be bubbling the gas into your process, and some part of the control system could send a signal to the mass flow controller to tell it to increase the flow or decrease the flow based on other parameters in the process. One interesting example would be putting air into the cream filling of an Oreo cookie. As the cookies are being made, you want the right amount of air in the cream filling. The air goes through a Brooks mass flow controller, and somewhere down the line, if the cookie's not coming out right, if it's not thick enough, it may need more air. The valve will automatically open and put more air into the process. So you can control different gases going into processes.
So they can be used as part of a feedback control system?
Certainly, it's part of a feedback control system. This device requires a power supply, typically 24 volt power, a set point or a command signal coming in. It will measure and control and give you a flow signal back out. So it has a PID control loop on board, and it's a flow meter and a control valve with the PID loop. All of these have those same functions on board. These can be controlled using 0 to 5 volt analog signals, 4 to 20 milliamp analog signals, RS485, and we can also do device net, Profibus, Foundation Field Bus, and coming soon, Ethernet and EtherCAT and other control systems.
All right, so if anyone wants more information about any of your mass flow controllers, they can find that on your website.
www.brooksinstrument.com.
All right, Nigel, thanks for taking a few minutes to tell us about your range of mass flow controllers, and in particular the new GF40 mass flow controller.
Thank you, Cameron.